What if I told you that the slowest person in the room could beat the fastest? Sounds impossible, right? 26,000 years ago, a Greek storyteller named Aesop wrote a fable that has helped millions of people understand the real secret to success. This is the story of the tortoise and the hare. Once upon a time, in a peaceful forest, there lived a hare who was famous for one thing: his incredible speed. The hare was the fastest animal in the entire forest. He could run from one end to the other in mere seconds. And boy, did he love reminding everyone about it. "Did you see that? I'm like lightning. Nobody can keep up with me. I'm the fastest, the greatest, the best," the hare would boast. The hare wasn't just fast, he was arrogant. He would mock the slower animals, making them feel bad about themselves. And his favorite target, the tortoise. The tortoise was the complete opposite of the hare. He was slow, very slow. But he was also patient, determined, and had something the hare didn't have: humility. One sunny morning, the hare was showing off as usual when he spotted the tortoise slowly making his way across the path. Well, look who it is, Mr. Slow and Slower," laughed the hare. "Hey tortoise, did you start walking yesterday? Because it looks like you still haven't gotten anywhere." The hare laughed and laughed, expecting the tortoise to feel embarrassed. But instead, something unexpected happened. The tortoise stopped, looked up calmly, and said, "You may be fast, hare, but speed isn't everything." The hare stopped laughing, surprised. "Oh really? What else matters then?" "Your fancy shell, consistency, determination, never giving up. These things matter more than speed," replied the tortoise. The hare couldn't believe what he was hearing. "Are you serious right now? You think you could beat me in a race? I challenge you to a race. Right here, right now," said the tortoise steadily. The forest went silent. Everyone stared. A race between the fastest animal and the slowest. This was unheard of. "This is the funniest thing I've ever heard. You're on, slowpoke. I'll beat you so badly you'll still be at the starting line when I finish," laughed the hare. The fox, who was watching, stepped forward. All right, we have a race. Tomorrow morning, from here to the old oak tree at the edge of the forest." Deal, said the tortoise. "Easiest win of my life," smirked the hare. The next morning, the entire forest gathered to watch what everyone thought would be the most one-sided race in history. The tortoise stood calmly at the starting line, focused and ready. The hare, on the other hand, was putting on a show, doing backflips and running in circles. "Watch and learn, folks. This is how a champion prepares," shouted the hare. The fox raised the starting flag. "Racers, on your marks, get set, go," and they were off. The hare shot forward like lightning, leaving a cloud of dust behind him. In seconds, he was already halfway to the finish line. The tortoise, meanwhile, had barely moved from the starting line. Animals in the crowd shook their heads. "This is going to be embarrassing," said one. "Why did the tortoise even bother?" said another. But the tortoise didn't care what anyone thought. He just kept moving, one step at a time, slow and steady. Step, step, step. The hare reached the halfway point and looked back. He couldn't even see the tortoise anymore. "I can't even see that slowpoke. He's probably still at the starting line," laughed the hare. Then he noticed a shady tree with soft grass underneath. "You know what? I have so much time. Why not take a little break? Maybe a quick nap?" And that's exactly what he did. The hare, so confident in his speed, decided to take a nap. "Just a few minutes, I'll still win by a mile," he yawned, closing his eyes. Minutes turned into hours. The hare slept peacefully, dreaming of his victory. But while the hare was sleeping, something was happening. The tortoise kept going. He didn't stop. He didn't complain. He didn't give up. Step after step after step. He moved with purpose, with determination, with consistency. Just keep going. One step at a time. "I can do this," the tortoise thought to himself. And then the tortoise saw him. The hare, sleeping under the tree, snoring away. The tortoise could have woken him up. He could have gloated, but instead he just kept walking. Suddenly the hare woke up with a jolt. "What? How long was I asleep?" In the distance he could hear cheering. The hare's heart sank. He jumped up and started running at full speed. He ran as fast as he had ever run in his life. But it was too late. The tortoise was just steps away from the finish line. The crowd was going wild, cheering his name. Tortoise, tortoise, tortoise. The tortoise crossed the finish line. The hare arrived just seconds later, collapsing in disbelief. The tortoise had won. The slowest animal in the forest had beaten the fastest. The animals lifted the tortoise up, celebrating. The hare sat there, stunned, realizing his arrogance had cost him everything. So what can we learn from this ancient story? First, consistency beats talent. The tortoise didn't have natural speed, but he had something more powerful: consistency. He showed up and kept moving, no matter what. In real life, the person who works consistently will always beat the talented person who doesn't put in the effort. Second, overconfidence is your enemy. The hare lost not because he was slow, but because he was overconfident. He underestimated his opponent and took his victory for granted. Never assume you've won before you cross the finish line. Stay humble, stay focused. Third, never give up. Everyone thought the tortoise had no chance. Even he probably had doubts, but he didn't quit. Your biggest breakthroughs come right after you feel like giving up. Keep going. Fourth, focus on your own race. The tortoise didn't worry about how fast the hare was. He focused on his own pace, his own journey. Stop comparing yourself to others. Run your own race. Move at your own pace. Your journey is yours alone. Remember, slow and steady wins the race. It's not about how fast you start. It's about how consistent you are. If this story inspired you, hit that subscribe button and the bell icon so you never miss our weekly moral stories. And tell me in the comments, what's one area of your life where you need to be more like the tortoise? Is it your career, your health, your relationships? Thanks for watching. Now go out there and keep moving forward, one step at a time.